Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama, and today you are joining me for the 5th story in the collection of the Midnight Train series. Before I jump into this story, I just wanted to give a special shout out to a little girl called Violet who wrote into the show and asked me to create a story that involved dinosaurs. That is how the last story came to be. It provided the inspiration, and I put together a little story that included Sam going on a dinosaur adventure. If there is something that you really love and you would love to see it featured on the show, please just drop me a message and I'll fix up a story and include it. Or maybe it's your birthday. Let me know, and I'm happy to use this time to give you a special shout out. But today, I'm going to be reading you now the next story. This story is called The Boy and the Toy Town Express. It was one of those lazy Sunday mornings. Sam was playing in his bedroom with building blocks. He was building a tower up high, listening to the rain patter on his window. Just as Sam was beginning to reach the end of his tower, he placed the top block, and all of a sudden, Sam felt a rumble, and his tower started to shake. The rumble was coming through the floor. Blocks scattered everywhere, and suddenly Sam heard a toot, toot, emerging from his toy chest. Before his eyes, a red, gleaming engine emerged. This train couldn't have been any bigger than a standard toaster you would find in your kitchen. Special delivery, Sam heard, and he turned to see where that was coming from, and he saw that it was a wind-up monkey wearing an engineer's hat. The train suddenly grew bigger and bigger until, before he knew it, it was big enough for Sam to ride on. As Sam headed towards the seats on the train, he noticed that they were all made from really comfortable, soft teddies. And the lights blinked like toy rockets, something that you might see on your own Christmas tree. They zoomed through a tunnel that seemed to be made from cardboard boxes and puzzle pieces. When they emerged from the tunnel, they had entered a land that was made entirely from toys. This was Toy Town. The buildings seemed to be made from very colourful building blocks. There were green toy soldiers directing all of the traffic. Rubber ducks floated on the ponds. Sam looked around in awe. However, soon something went wrong. The clock in the middle of the square of Toy Town had stopped moving, and on this, all of the toys were slowing down, slower, and the toys were beginning to freeze. They were stuck in time. Sam looked over at the wind-up monkey who had welcomed him aboard the train. "No time, no fun," said the monkey, with a worried expression on his face. Just as all the toys were slowing to a stop, the train too suddenly came to a halt. Sam jumped off and raced over to the clock in the middle of the square. He had a look at the back and he noticed something. A gear was missing. And as soon as he saw it, Sam realised that the missing gear was exactly the same as the one that he had been given on the Clockwork Railway. As a token, he would know that size and shape of cog anywhere. He tried not to hesitate, but in that moment he knew exactly what he needed to do. Sam had been carrying the cog in his pocket. He took it out and he placed it gently in the machine. The clock came back to life. Sam was a little bit sad that he had lost his token, but he knew that it was the right thing to do. And as the time started to tick on the clock, Sam knew that he had no time at all to get back on the train, and with that he ran back to the train, and he took his seat aboard. And as he looked out of the window, he noticed that all of the toys were starting to come back to life. They were moving as though nothing had happened. Before long, Sam was back home. He was back in his room, looking down at the tower of blocks that had fallen to the floor just before Sam had boarded the train. He stood up and he noticed something in his pocket that hadn't been there before. He took it out, and in his hand he was now holding a toy soldier, standing in salute. He knew that this was a thank you. Not only had Sam saved Toy Town, but he had made a sacrifice because it was the right thing to do. He smiled, and he took the toy soldier and he popped it down on his bedside table, beside the whistle, beside his prism, beside the fossil. And he was happy that he had done the right thing. Sam smiled again and wondered where his next adventure would take him. That concludes our story today. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're enjoying the series. If you would like any special shout-outs, please do drop me a note. And other than that, if you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a fantastic day.